this thing off, man. Another episode of Take It From Somebody That Knows. It's your host, your man, Diggy Knows. And I got another one of my brothers in here, man, that's really, really down for the cause, putting in the work, and doing great things. Also serving our great country in the United States Navy, Chief Petty Officer, and getting to it into so many other areas. But bringing him on to kind of like touch on 2024, kind of a wrap up and kind of give people an understanding of what's going on in this good world today and how we got to navigate. But without further ado, my brother, Mr. Ralph Sonny Brooks.
Hey.
What's happening, bro? Louisville in the house. What you say, Louisville?
Louisville, yeah. You got to say it right. You got to say it right. Yeah. Make sure you say Flex God too, Flex God.
Oh, Flex God. Flex God, listen, man. The boys out there, see, he is Jim Stud. I ain't quite there. Not like I used to. But yeah, brother, it's a pleasure to have you in, man. And I know, hey, it's on you. You tell me where you want to go with it, because I know 2024 came in kicking a little different.
Hey, first off, it's an honor. It's an honor to be here. I know we've been kicking this to the side for a minute. Yeah. You've been trying to get me here to talk it for a good grip, and I've been dodging it.
Hey, listen, for everybody, your story is not for you. Your story is meant to help somebody else. Just stay tuned, man. Just go ahead and kick off, bro. This story is something else. I'm gonna sit back. Go ahead, get to it.
Hey, so I mean, well, first, welcome to 2025. It's a new year,
Sure.
New blessings coming, and blessings that you already made it here. But I guess the purpose of this, I sit down today, it would be my events in 2024.
Oh.
So I started off with a bang. To be exact, January 15th, 2024. Had a good car wreck that really taught me a lot of life lessons that led me through the rest of it set my tone for the rest of the year. You feel me? Now, I can't say exactly what happened during the car wreck because I still have no knowledge of it. All I can speak on is what the reports say. All right. So from a night of doing what I do with the tequila, hanging with my friends, and it was also Cowboys made it to the playoffs, and it was a playoff game, and we were supposed to go to the Super Bowl. As you know, we always supposed to go, but but I endured in a little too much of drinking. It was a good environment. I was feeling myself. I was feeling the love or the hatred that was coming with the festivities, and of course, Cowboys lost and was kicked out of the playoffs. So as the night continued, me and a couple of my friends, it was a party going on across the street from the bar that we were in, watching the game. Kept on, just moved to the next location. A lot more drinking, a lot more having fun. So after that, I made one of the worst decisions in my life. And I can't say, to be honest, I can't say it is the only time that I've done it, but this is the most meaningful time that I've done it, and the last time I've done it. But I made the decision to drink and drive. So with that, like I said, the reports, all I can say is what the reports say. I have no knowledge, but from the reports, it said that I was stopped at a red light, slumped over, sleeping in the car, right in the middle of the road. So he positioned his car in front of me. He had a partner come position their car behind me, and I guess to prevent me, if I was to get startled, it would prevent me from going anywhere, per se. So they beating on the door. I wouldn't wake up, beating on it for a little bit. And I guess at some point I woke up and, of course, got startled. And I guess my mental training of how I grew up was to be scared of the police. So my move was to run. try to get off. So, bumped the police car in front of me out the way and took off. And from the report, it sounds like I swerved some lanes and ran into a ditch, hit a ditch, flipped over, car caught on fire, had to be cut out of my seatbelt. I'm blacked out the whole time and woke up in the hospital. From that point, I woke up to hearing them sign right here, if we don't have surgery right now, you could die. So I'm like, hold up, whoa, let me talk to somebody, let me call somebody, whoop-de-woo. So somebody let me use their phone, and the only number I could get out of my mind was my girlfriend's number. And I called her, and really told her the situation, and really the only thing, which is crazy today, is I was apologizing. I was apologizing because I was embarrassed, but just to see how far I've come as a man, as a black man in this world, and compared to some of the people I grew up with, I've held myself to a higher standard and put more responsibility on myself to the point where I felt a responsibility to honor that and keep myself in a position to be this squeaky clean looking person when I know life is gonna keep on giving me tests. So, and I also believe God's gonna keep on testing his strongest soldiers. And I feel like he wanted that test.
Yeah.
Did I pass God? Nah.
He's still here. He's still here. Got work to do.
So, I woke up, apologizing on the phone, and I'm in handcuffs. They got me handcuffed to the bed. But yeah, woke up, had to sign, then was back out. Woke back up in the bed, talking about it's a hole in my colon and a hole in my intestines. They had to remove some intestines, and I had to get a colostomy. For those of you who don't know what a colostomy is, it's basically the bag, your colon is open, and it's a hole in your stomach where they put a bag over it, and you gotta, basically all your bowel movements come out of this bag.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I had to live with that, fast forwarding a little bit. Nah, I ain't gonna fast forward. I'm gonna take it back because the most important part of this moment in time when I was sitting in the hospital. So I was in the hospital for a month and a half.
Yeah.
The most important time that I was in this hospital, what I had to learn and sit with was not only my life will be forever changed, because for those of you he kind of alluded to it earlier, but I was into bodybuilding, was into, just deeply into my physique, looking good, feeling good, and all that, and I thought it was all over. A hole in my stomach ain't never gonna be the same.
Yeah.
You feel me? So during this time, shout out to my pops. He was there every morning at 8:00, every single morning. He would be there at 8:00. Shout out to my mama. She was there often too. She was so catering to my needs, like the love. I love it. She even washed my feet. For a long time I couldn't walk. I couldn't even walk. For a while, every time I stood up, my heart rate would go up on a crazy scale. They would make me sit back down, so I couldn't even walk or do anything. Plus, it hurted to walk. So, it really had me looking at myself like, dang, what am I gonna do now? Not to mention the trouble that I'm in. So for the first 2 weeks, I was technically under arrest while in the hospital. So I couldn't talk to anybody on the phone. And basically a police officer had to sit there the whole time with me And depending on which police officer there was, they would lock me back up to the bed. Some would not, due to my injuries. They knew I couldn't do nothing no way. But some just, I don't know, power trip, I guess, or too young and scared to understand the scenario. But whatever it is, yeah, for them 2 weeks, it was just me. Just me. Sitting in my pain, sitting in my thoughts, sitting in and soaking it in. And, you know, we talked about it before, but a lot of them times when you have to sit there and deal with your thoughts and deal with your emotions, you are able to work them out, you know, get a deeper understanding on what I did, why I did it, and where I can go from here. So definitely took a lot of understanding and a lot of challenging upon myself to understand what put me in this position. Like, and it was deeper than just getting in that car and driving when I know I'm drunk. It's deeper than, like, what forces me to drink the way that I did. Yeah. And we ain't gonna get too far into it, but now that I'm in therapy and talking to somebody, finally at the age of 37, I'm doing therapy and really understanding that alcohol was, for one, I never had a drinking problem, but my problem was how I was using alcohol. You know, alcohol wasn't using me. I was using it. Like, when I would be uncomfortable, I had to take a shot to loosen me up. Or when it's time to party, I like to make sure that everyone is having a good time. So I'm going around. Shots, let's do shots. Go to, this crowd he a little dead over here. Let's do some more shots. And to the point to where, shit, I done took shots with everybody, but so I got the most shots in me, but, you know, everybody else still good.
Yeah.
But so I had to learn, retrain myself on how to use it. You know, I sat down, I stopped drinking for a long time until I felt comfortable with drinking. Even I drink now, but nowhere near what I used to. And yeah, very seldom.
Yeah.
I'm more into my cigar phase, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so moving on, the toughest time throughout that situation was finally getting out of the hospital and having to have that conversation with my kids. So, you know, I got a 16-year-old and 15-year-old and now 1-year-old. But the two older kids, I had to have that conversation with them. I had to have a mature conversation with them that, you know, I could go to jail. I can go to jail with this situation. I could, you know, they already seen how I looked because it knocked 50 pounds off me.
Yeah.
I was looking bad. I was looking real malnourished. But it was humbling that I had to have that conversation with them and really tell them, like, I have no control over this. You feel me? I have no control over the future. All I had control over is my decisions that I made. And now that I made my decisions and this happened, I have to deal with the consequences. Because I make it a point to make to them, like, if you always have a choice to do the right thing and the wrong thing. But if you do the wrong thing, then that's telling yourself that you are ready for the consequences that could arise from doing the wrong thing. So definitely I had to sit there and tell them that, you know, we shed tears and talked it out, talked through it together. So they ended up being a supporting cast with me as well. You know, my son came to the hospital sleeping by the bed with me.
Yeah.
You know, my middle son, he had a prom or something, came in with his suit on, looking fresh. You know how we do it. But the support that I had has been so rejuvenating.
Yeah.
To my spirit, to my energy, and to my progression. And that was really the reason why I felt like I wanted to come out and say this. Because a lot of people don't know this happened to me.
Yeah, bro. Like, and I ain't, you know, I'm only gonna take what you give me. I knew because we was buying a house at this time.
Yeah, I had to. I'm trying to buy. Well, I'm in the bed. I'm in the hospital bed, and I'm still trying to buy a house because I had to come to VA.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was.
Yeah, like, what's up, bro? Like,
and I had to sell the other house too in the bed. Like,
I'm like, yeah, there's something going on. But Brian ain't talking, so I wait on him. Then I saw you, and I was like, damn, bro, that's when you showed me the bag and all that. Like, it's going down. But yeah, man, for that support now and the gratitude that you expressing, you know what I mean? You already were like a forward-leaning dude. But what did this event do for your sense of urgency for what you got to do as far as living your life purpose?
It gassed me up, honestly. It gassed me up. It reminded me that life is short.
Yeah.
And it also reminded me that I ain't doing enough. I ain't doing enough because I live with the thoughts of knowing I have a deeper purpose. I feel like I'm meant to go further and pull so many people along, pull them up with me to where I ain't doing enough. Yeah. And I don't want that time to come when I leave this earth and my presence wasn't felt in the way that I wanted it to be.
Yeah, because you know what it is. Some people gonna look at you like we said when you look at your counterparts. I think you said that previously, and like all the things that you've accomplished, and you were almost, you were at a point where you almost threw it all away. But for a lot of people that looked at what you've accomplished in this 37 years, they just like, damn, bro, lived like 100 lives. But you just know in your heart, like, yo, I'm really gonna empty the tank before I get up out of here.
It's go mode. Yeah. It's go mode. Like I tell you, like we discussed earlier, I can't sit around with a group of guys or whoever the case may be and just talk shit all day.
Yeah.
Like I feel if we gonna talk shit, let's talk shit that enlightens us and helps us, motivates us to make some moves when we leave this conversation. Like when we walk away, I want us to have a play in hand. Like let's go do this. Let's go buy this stock. Let's go look into this crypto. Or even just enlighten ourselves. Just go read this.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna go. Let me go get that book you talking about. You feel me?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where I am as a person, as a man, and as a black man. I'm on go. I'm like, I got businesses to move. I got my kids about to be out of high school. Like I got moves for them. Like. And not only that, I got a community that I feel responsibility for.
That's it.
Like, shout out to Sowing Seeds with Faith, my brother DeMarian Fleming back home in Louisville, Kentucky. Man, he is making some moves that keeps me inspired. I'm saying, like, he taking 100 and something black kids on HBCU tours 2 times a year, every year. Nice. And I'm like, boy, what am I doing?
Right.
What am I doing? He doing that like
you doing this.
Yeah.
You doing this. This. Like I said, we gotta understand the process and what it looks like. So you being vulnerable and transparent today, I think is big. Like because I know what the Navy looked like, and I know like that's high profile job, high vis, and you got your chain looking at you different. You going to a new command. They trying to figure out who you are and what's coming up. But now I'm thinking like you just sharing that story. And I want to know, because it's all about what you want to achieve out of this too. And so you being vulnerable and sharing your story, what is something that you would like to see from, giving this?
A vision that I have that I've been trying to work on is I want to see black men come together in these spaces where we can be vulnerable. You feel me? Because I think my inability to be vulnerable led me to the excessive drinking, led me to low self-esteem. At one point in time, I feel I had low self-esteem, even though I may walk around like the cockiest person or whatever. I still have times when I have low self-esteem on certain scales. But I've always wanted. I've seen it on the Shy where the men used to come around and have conversations on their week and what's got them down and whatever. And I feel there's no space for us to do that.
Right.
And it's needed. It's so badly needed in our community because we are so at competition with each other, and if it doesn't come out, is internally we create these competitions with each other that spill off into moves we make.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I really only came out here and did this interview to really put that information out about myself and hopefully let someone know that, listen, I stumbled.
Yeah.
I stumbled, you stumble, but the storm doesn't last.
For sure.
Storm cannot last. And that's how January 15th started. But December 31st, I was a brand new person. Put all them 50 pounds back on, back in the shape of my life, learning more. I'm in therapy, back to motivating.
Yeah.
Getting ready to retire.
Yeah.
You feel me? I'm blessed beyond measures.
Yeah.
And the blessings gonna keep rolling in.
Yeah.
I'm not scared of the storms.
Let's go.
Because I know that the tests will keep coming. The tests will keep coming.
Yeah.
However, I'm gonna keep moving forward. I'm not gonna let it hold me back to continue to inspire, to continue to motivate, and continue to just be positive. That's mentally, spiritually, and positively moving in a progressive motion.
Bruh. So, like, I'm appreciative of you today because, like, what you just displayed, put on full display was the value that resides in the valleys. Like, everybody want to get out of the low spots. But while you in these low spots, you better be you right there at whatever that value is. You better get that gem before you get up out of there because now, once you got that, you on this ascension, this path that's pushing you to those great things that I know you about to do. And I don't want to unveil all of the things that we discussed behind scenes, but I know you got a lot of work that you're ready to put in, and that space that you're talking about creating for men. Yo, I'm looking forward to that. I want you to breathe on that for these last few minutes before we get up out of here. Like, talk about these future endeavors, what you're seeing in, the next year, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever that look like, if you can.
So definitely, I'm gonna keep on working with the youth.
Yeah.
That's been something that I've done for a long time, whether it had been, we coached back in 2016.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, coach football. I've been with Big Brother, Little Brother, Big Brother, Big Sister organization. Like I said, sowing seeds with faith. I'm going to keep working with my brother in sowing seeds of faith. And, of course, working with you and all the stuff that we doing out here in Newport News, Virginia.
Let's get it.
Come on.
Yeah.
So I'm just keep on making myself available.
Yeah.
Keep on being present because I feel a lot of people are quick to throw money at things. But these kids today, they need our time.
Time, boy.
They need time.
Yeah.
They need our time. They need our presence. They need consistency. And definitely I'm moving into a space where I have more time and more consistency and love to give.
Yeah.
Because I'm more, I don't know what it is. As I got older, I'm more softer. You feel me?
Because we done seen it, bro.
I let one little tear drop every now and then. My kids, they snatch it up out of me sometimes. But yeah, I definitely I'm in a space where I have more empathy to give to these kids because they're seeing a lot more and experiencing a lot more stuff that I didn't deal with as a kid. I dealt with a whole lot of stuff, but the stuff that I'm hearing that they going through,
it's a new day.
It's a new day, and it's jaw dropping to me.
Yeah.
You feel me? So and I want to let them at least give them someone who cares about them.
Yeah.
And we'll be there. Because it wasn't there in my youth. I had to teach myself. I had to teach myself how to deal with these emotions, how to deal with these pains, and it turned into me compartmentalizing my emotions, and that triggered and spilled off into my grown manhood and never getting these emotions out until now.
Well, we here now, bro.
Yeah, we gonna keep on eating.
Yeah. Look, man. Shoot. Anything else you want to breathe on the people about before we get up out of here?
Hey, stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Look, 25. We about to thrive. Staying alive.
It's eating season.
Yeah, for sure.
Flex. God.
Appreciate you, brother.
Yes, sir.
We out of here.